Hello, YouTube. I'm going to do a little different type of video. I'm going to look over the midweek magic on the edge. I want to see how people feel about watching a video about this. It's an interesting format. 60 card deck, only using Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, Streets of New Capenna, and our new favorite, Dominaria United. And you build the standard deck and you're just going to play it out. We're going to do until we finish the 3 wins, and we're gonna build the deck too, and just kind of go through it and see what we can come up with, and see if it's a fun format or whatnot, and just trying to check it out. I don't know if anybody else does this, but feel free to check this out. And without further ado, we'll just get right into it. I don't really have an idea what kind of deck I want to build, but I imagine it's going to be pretty fun. Obviously, I don't have one in the in the works with just 3 sets. But I think I have the majority of cards in the set. I kind of want to play with cards you normally don't see. Mainly, I want to play with Karn. Karn looks like a fun card to play with. And the reason why I want to play with Karn, it just seems like a really fun card to ultimate and just kind of decimate people. And I feel like you're going to have a lot more artifacts to choose from between Kamigawa and Dominaria and the previous set, New Capenna. And maybe we just go like a vehicle route and try to get the Magenta Core to go off and just play a bunch of artifacts and just try to get there. Bank Buster is a great card. I like the Patchwork Automaton. Fun card. Let's see. You just go with like weird vehicles and stuff. There's also the Luxor's Gift. I don't think this card's ever gotten really played at all. It seems like it could be an interesting card. Be a fun card to play with Karn, I guess. You tick up, and then the next turn you just play the Lux Gift. Yeah, maybe we'll toss one of those in the deck. Automated Artificer. You can cast artifact spells with this and activate abilities with this ability. So might as well play the Artificer as well. That gives us 4 things here. Run like 2 Magenta Cores. Karn can get cards from your deck, so we can draw cards from there. I'm going to go with 1 Luxar for now. Maybe we up it if I so desire. I imagine a lot of people not being ready for a deck like this for good reason. I mean, it's not going to be exciting, but it's not terrible. We have a bunch of artifacts here. Oh yeah, and we want to play the mech. If we're going to play vehicles, we definitely want to play the mech. Maybe that's the reason why we want to play like another vehicle in our deck. Although I don't really know which vehicle. I'm not going to play Weatherlight. And then we can like kind of decide whether we want to play some other cards. We could even add a Mana Rock to the deck. Probably Network Terminal would be better than Relic of Legends. If we did add that. There's also the idea of Mirror Box being pretty fun. If we built like a legendary deck or something, that'd be kind of cool. So we have this. Okay. Let's see, anything else that might be fun? We could play a couple bikes. I think the bike will be okay. But for now, we'll go from there. We'll check out artifacts that we can play with in the colors spot. So, I really like Hollow Fountain. Hollow Fountain seems like a really cool combo with the Artificer. So, I'll throw that in there for now. There's also Limousine. Limousine would be an interesting card to play with. Also, there's the Mindlink mech where you can clone things. I don't necessarily want to play that. Another vehicle is the Mobilized Mech Suit, which is interesting, so you can crew those pretty easily. There's also getting back the 2-drop vehicles and creatures. That could actually be a pretty decent card to play. Blue-white does seem like it would be a little bit more the kind of archetype you'd want to be in, just based on some of the synergies you can get. and plus you get the blue-white artifact, the prototype, which would be kind of cool. So I'm gonna throw those in here, and we're just gonna go like a weird pseudo vehicle list. We'll just make it blue-white, possibly splash black, so we can play the rat. You can also splash red to play the new red-white guy, which can get vehicles from your deck. I'll play a limousine. It'd be a nice, like, just to have another O-ring effect. But it does cost 5, so... And it's interesting because you can slide out other things. Now, we don't have a ton of things to crew our vehicles. So we're probably going to play the land that allows us to just cast vehicle... that you can pilot vehicles without crewing them. If we are going to play blue, we probably also want to play Tezzeret. I'm surprised he doesn't pop up on here. Just kind of weird. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take off the Artifacts Clause. Blue 4-drops. Let's get some Tezzerets in here. Just kind of mix it up. Alright, so we're going to play Lixer's Gift, which is interesting. Maybe not. Yeah, well, we have a lot of artifacts in our deck. I think Tezzeret's going to be pretty awesome. The alliteration card's interesting. Limousine's alright. Okay. Blue and white. So we have lots of artifacts for Meganticore to be decent. Like the Artificer, Patchwork is just going to be a big creature. That could also help us crew. Outside of that, Crowbar is an interesting card to add. It's an artifact, but it also puts a creature into play that can crew for 2. Crewing will be an issue if we don't put a certain amount of creatures in here, or at least we'll have the Betrayer Flesh, which can crew. Yeah, and Automaton can crew. So maybe we need to figure out another card to crew in here. Like Peacekeeper would be a fun card to have in this deck. It would cover a lot of bases. Well, we want to be able to crew something that for at least 3 power. And one of the cards that we could play is the Mechanic. Can get there. But yeah, I am just on this urge to play vehicles. I just got to play something a little different and off the cuff. Like I would play the Wandering Ember. It's a very good card. It's actually incredibly good. Now see, there's this. AO kind of has a vehicle theme on the bottom half here, so maybe we'll throw an AO in here. Just a really fun card to keep in the deck. And then Paragon would be fine with some of our lower drop stuff, but we're just trying to have a little bit of fun and a little bit of creativity here. Touch of the Spirit Realm. You can also target artifacts and creatures when you want to slide things out. Oh, there's that enchantment. That's right, there's a channel enchantment. Forget its name. It's not drafted very highly because people just want to play it for the aura part, but just ditching this, you get 2 creatures that can crew vehicles up to 3 power. That means that the only card we can't crew is this one by one of the tokens. This requires a 4 power, but this guy's really strong at just being able to remove things. So yeah, we'll play a couple of those, I think. So now we're at a point where we might go a little overboard, play a couple Born to Drives, which I do like with the Halo Fountain, which is really interesting. I think it's something that a lot of us would not think about right away to play with this. So maybe we just kind of like make a jumbled mess here, kind of like change a few things around. Like I think maybe we want to play 2 Karn, not 3. It's not high level impact type of a card. Yeah, it has its points, and in this deck we have a ton of artifacts to really use our mana with. It also allows us to, we can use this mana to activate spells, or activated abilities, like Channel is an activated ability, so you can pay colorless mana to channel. And that kind of goes with the same clause as the Automated Artificer. Granted, Automated Artificer can't cast Karn, which is so weird. I really wish they would have, they could add, like, Karn little clause on this card. I think it would have been really interesting. It's considered an artifact um, for for casting abilities or something. I don't know. It'd be interesting because Karn is definitely a very unique planeswalker, but it doesn't catch itself as a artifact, even though it is. Karn is definitely an artifact. Um, hmm. Definitely go up one more of those. Born to Drive. Kind of a heavy mana situation, so we're probably going to stick with 35 spells and then 25 land. That way it gives us the best options. This is the first iteration of the deck. There is no removal other than like a couple like spells here and some tricks and just trying to get on the board. Nothing too special or unique here. We can play 4 Ganjos though, and for the blue land if we want, just to give us some more hedgeway. That almost makes me want to play. And we're going to play blue-white lands, all the ones we can get. Maybe not the, yeah, we'll play a bunch of the blue-white lands just to kind of just have good mana, perfect mana. We'll do this. We'll play with the Sky Bridge. I mean, we played in that event to unlock all the lands and stuff. We might as well play them. Okay, and then we actually have room for basics. Not very many though. I don't want that many tap lands, so we'll probably go down like 2 beachfronts. I want to play 4 of these. We can probably trim on this as well. And play... Gotta cut one more card. Maybe... I hate to go down to less than 2 of these. So maybe we trim on a Prodigy. Yeah, Prodigy doesn't bring a lot impact until it's crewed. So I guess we'll go down to 3... And we'll add 3 and 3 basics, just to make sure we have the basics. So we'll use the cool lands here. The plains from there, a new Campena plains, and then this one, just to be a little eccentric, so it can be a little different. And we'll pick one a little bit brighter here, and there we go. We have each of the basics here, and this is just a fun little thing, and I want to see how people feel about it. I mean, it's not a big deal, it's not a huge event or anything, but it's an interesting way to gain perspective of different effects. Like, I think these formats are really interesting because you're going to get a different play pattern than most. People have to be much more creative in a tight-knit formula like this. And you're not going to see a bunch of just like breakout decks. What you're going to see is just a bunch of hodgepodges. Or you're going to see people playing mono red. I can almost guarantee you the least creative people are going to play in this event just to get it over with. So they're going to play mono red, or they're going to throw it together mono black. And those decks are probably just going to run through us. But maybe not. Maybe we found it. We found the way to beat those decks. Like Luxor's Gift is interesting with the automaton. Although we do have to pay 3 to equip to it. But it's pretty powerful with this, it would be very great. And we have 6 planeswalkers that are decent, and neither of these really get played. I mean, this is pretty new, so we're not going to see that too often, but Tezzeret's been around for a bit. It's only made the scene on like one deck, and even then it was like mainly sideboarded in certain matchups when it was played. It was like the black-blue, artifact ninja list thing that they had, which was fine, but I feel like a lot of these cards are just highly underestimated. Like AO's great. I'm not going to not play the card. It's a one of, and a fun of, and just kind of do our thing. Maybe we can get some Mech Titan things going on too. So this looks like a fun deck. We might change it just in case we have like mana problems or something. But overall, I think we're going to be fine. Okay, let's get right to gameplay and see how much fun we have with this. I think it could be fun. So, on my Twitch channel, for those who watch that as well, or want to watch it, my Twitch channel at Lucas Dre, we do from typically I stream from 4 to 8 during Monday through Friday, but I also do weekend events if I qualified for events. I usually do draft if this is new content for you, but if you want to just come in and check it out, I would love to see you. I love that. I think I like this hand because we get Bank Buster. Oh, nice draw. Yeah, I'm just gonna set out and play this right now, and then we get to play our Bank Buster. We might play the Prodigy next turn. I think that might be the better play as opposed to the Bank. You know, ticking up with Bank Buster. Although Bank Buster right now is the only way we can crew. Okay, so they're probably playing a Reanimate style list. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a card here. Like, we could end up, you know, wanting to get more equipment up, but I think if we can get a tap land here, that'd be nice. We did not. Alright, so this is a problem when you play this many of these in your deck. You're going to run into the legendary rule problem. But, you know, this is going to be a part of the problem here. Yeah, very unoriginal list. Not surprising to come from this format. I think we just keep drawing cards here. So we can get the Bank Buster to fill out. Okay, that's interesting. We could go ahead and play a Bank Buster here, but I'm just not going to. They're probably just going to reanimate with their Fable. This is a very unoriginal deck. The deck is already currently standard legal, very good as it is. I don't fault people for doing that. You know, if you love this type of deck, you should play it. And I mean play it until the wheels break, you know? Okay, they're looking at our cards, probably considering killing our card. They're probably not really sure what I'm playing here. Okay, Wandering Emperor is a really great card. Okay. I think this can hit Planeswalkers, right? It can. And it shall. Yeah, Wandering Emperor is not a card I want to see stay around, but it's also a card they could reanimate, so I'm thinking about that. I could go Patchwork here, then draw a card. I could also just draw a card and then like play one of our dual or one of our legendary lanes here. Okay, I think we're gonna draw. Okay, just another card. Yeah, we'll just play Patchwork here and pass. We could play a land and then drop it. Yeah, maybe we will. I think we're just gonna play a Roaring Aurora, keep this one, and we'll drop out a Bank Buster here to grow our Automaton. Because now we can crew a Bank Buster and block and then not get completely blown out. I really didn't want to attack their Emperor because if they are sitting on the 5-mana spell, I want them to reanimate a Bank Buster because that's low impact. Compared to a Wandering Emperor. Okay. We have answers to that in our hand with our Iganjos. Sure. They don't really have great attacks here. I don't think they realize I could crew this. So if I can get a free kill on their guy, that'd be great. Okay. At least we're not taking some damage. They give us the oops call, which is fine. I don't really want to kill AO. Maybe we kill Kiki Jiki. We gotta kill something. Or we can play to the board. We can play Fountain. Hmm. All right, definitely going to play my land. Just thinking. I could play another Bank Buster. Or I could play Prototype and then crew the Bank Buster and then just attack into Wandering Emperor, which would give us another pilot. There's no way I can set this up and not take a bunch of damage. Okay, I think we're just gonna play the mech here because this is our would be a strongest attacker, and we're just gonna take out the Kiki-Jiki. We could take out Wandering Emperor now, but I think Kiki-Jiki is the worst threat because if they start copying stuff, that's not gonna be good for us. And we'll just pass. We're gonna take 5 to the face again from AO. They could also grow AO, which I probably should have considered, but hopefully they don't. They just grow this guy. Ooh, Sanctuary Warden. That's pretty gross. Yeah. Although I don't feel like we're 100% ruined right now. But yeah, we're definitely in a bad spot. I don't know why we drew so many of these lands. It's so silly. Okay. Alright. So we drew our own AO. That's pretty nuts. We play AO, we will still be able to hold one of these up. Or no, we wouldn't. If we play an artifact here, gosh, if we could draw to a mech, the mecha thing, we could have a shot this game. I think as is, we're probably boned. I mean, we're gonna have to play the AO, which kind of sucks. But I think that's the right call. Yeah, we're just gonna play AO here. I'm thinking about crewing and then attacking. We're gonna play our land. And we have one little timer left. I think we can crew with the mech and then attack, or we just hold up and say go. Yeah, I think we just hold up and say go. Oh man, I was hoping for something good to happen here, but yeah, they're definitely going with the cheese deck. I mean, I shouldn't pick on it. I do think it's a good deck. I was really hoping to play against a hodgepodge deck, like mono red or something, but this is a pretty good deck that they got going on here. Kind of want them to put first strike on this guy. Yep. Like the majority of our cards in our deck, so AO might actually need to be an all-star include. We're gonna look at the top 7. Okay, so we do have the Magenta Core. That's actually really cool. That is our way back into the game, so I guess we'll put that out. Alright, they're tapping pretty low here. Does this have Vigilance? It does. Okay. The game is not over. And we drew another man. If I knew that was the top card, I would have taken something else. mean, I don't got much of any other plays. We'll just do that here. Because now if they have a removal for my guy, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. They just move right. Oh, and they concede. They couldn't beat our robot because it doesn't get tapped. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I won that game. That's so silly. But I mean, that's magic for you. Sometimes you get to win with silly stuff. Okay, I guess we'll keep it going. Maybe we won't draw so many of our gosh dang legendary lands. I mean, we play them because we want them, but I mean that was so many, and I had to play redundant ones in discard. That's not great. That's why you don't want to play too many. Yeah, look at this hand. I'm gonna keep. It's a pretty solid hand outside of the fact we have these, but I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, see here's what I'm talking about. Mono red, a classless deck that people want to play. I'm gonna go automaton because they're just not gonna have an answer to it for this turn, and then we can just play. I'm thinking about playing this, but we could play artificer here. Okay. All right, maybe they have a different deck in mind. No, just mono red. Just silly old mono red. Taking 2 here. No blocks. Okay, so yeah, we're probably just going to play Artificer here. It blocks pretty well. And we can attack for 2, I think. Because I'm not going to block the battery. I'm not going to block with this. This thing grows. I will block something with this if I have to. Okay. They could have strangled this, but they chose not to, which is interesting. Think we can get on board here. Yeah, I think we'll play our fountain. If they do have something, they can't target our guy because he's ward 2. And I'll play my planes, and then we're going to attack. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Thrill of Possibility. Good card. Yeah, you don't get to see cards like this played too much outside of like weird hedge combo decks, but in a deck like this, it's not terrible. Getaway car, interesting. Oh, they're going to bounce back their etching of Kamano? That makes sense. Ronin. Alright. Sure. This will be the lesson they get to learn. We'll take this down, and I don't want to take 4, so block like this. That goes back to their hand. That was pretty good for us. Okay. Yeah, we're going to play the core here, which will grow our guy. Yeah, no need to oops. Mistakes happen. Probably not going to be using this other than for mana, so we'll play this, keep that, and now we can also channel if we so desire. I still can't believe we won that game. That last match just seemed impossible. Oh, weird. Why would you play that? So, I'm probably just going to take 4. That's already going to return to their hand. Yeah, we're just going to take 4. Going to 7 seems kind of risky, but I think we have to. Because I want to channel this. The more creatures we have in the play, the better our Hollow Fountain's going to play for us. Ooh, nice. Yeah, we go Patchwork here. Now, this guy doesn't do damage so far. I think... So what we could do is attack with the Automaton and the Manticore, then untap them two and draw a card. I think that might be the play. So we're tapping this guy. Attack for... for 8. No, I'll block the core. That's fine. We hit him for 6. And I was thinking about untapping this, but now it's probably just going to be better to untap. Might 5/5 next turn and draw a card. We could do it on our turn, but we'll wait. Yeah, Halo Fountain is interesting in this deck. I kind of like it. Because when you have to crew stuff, then you can untap it. Ooh. How big is that guy? He's going to be a 4/4? That's pretty big. Okay. Now they can't crew that guy without 1 power. So we're going to take the 4. And we're going to draw a card. Is it better to draw a card or not? Because then we can go 1/1/1. And then we can put Born to Drive on something. They can only block 1 guy. Yeah, we got this. So I might as well just draw the card anyways. Nice, double Born to Drive. Ooh, Tezzeret. I think that could also be lethal. There's a lot of ways we can get lethal. But for each vehicle and each creature you control, a creature gets +1/+1. We'll put this on the alternate here, which will also make that a 5/5. And now we attack for lethal. Alright. Big explosives here. Yep, they take 7. And we'll make a token just because we can. Boom. Okay, man, that's 2-0. See, that felt a little bit better. I feel like this matchup's not the worst. Because they don't have the hasters as much. Like the big 3-drop hasters that are pretty OP to make red really strong. From Midnight Hunt and such. Although I don't think mono red is as good as it could be. Like in older sets and stuff where mono red was just dumb. Like I don't hate mono red. I think it's a useful thing to be out there, and for people who want to play pretty casually and just have a good time and have a chance to win. More competitive scenes. But it does get really, really tiresome of seeing that deck constantly come up in everything. I don't know. I mean, for me, it was one of my first decks I ever did well with in any big tournaments and stuff that I was going to, and so to say that there's nothing good about it would be absurd. Now we could go automaton here, but I think we're just going to set up for Born to Drive. Because we're going to have a tough time against the green-white Enchantress. I didn't think about this deck. They're still very good. Oof. Wow. Okay, we're very dead. There's almost no way we're not dead next, in the couple of turns here. But we'll play as though we're not. Yeah, we'll play our land. We'll play our patchwork here. And then just get completely obliterated. Drawing Tezzerets was not the card I wanted to see. Okay. We'll probably just grab the Vizier here. Hit for 8. Yikes. I'm probably going to have to kill this with my mech. I don't want to, but it's probably what I'm going to have to kill. Because that's like the best card they could have here. They can swing for probably 10. That's what we could hope for. But if they do offer this, I'll just block. And then we can take 6. They might not have any more enchantments. Unlikely, but maybe. Ooh, not good. Okay. And if they offer the trade, I'm gonna take it. I think because I'm going to 1. Oh, that's awful. I mean, going to 3. Yeah, I don't have anything to come back from this. They got it. Oof. Yeah. Maybe we should have mulliganed that hand, I think. Okay. So we could fix it or whatnot. I see an issue with just not having interaction, but the interaction I'm thinking that we could use, since we're a vehicles deck, we could get away with playing Wrath of Gods a little bit easier. We can't keep this hand, it's not enough mana. Okay, so we have the Artificer, Manticore. This is a pretty decent hand. I think we will bottom a land here. Since we're on the play, we can play Artificer into Prototype. And just hopefully we hit lands. Another mono red deck. Okay, so we drew a land. We'll play our Artificer. It's probably going to get killed. Because why wouldn't they have Strangle? But they kept a 1-lander? That's disrespectful. Yeah, we'll go Bankbuster here. Because the sooner we get this online, the sooner we can crew our stuff. And this can get us closer to a land. Oh, that's scary. Okay. They might not be ready for what we're going to do. I don't think they're going to have an answer to our 4/4, and not at instant speed. And if they do, it's going to cost them damage. Okay. They just concede. Alright. That's surprising. Not really. That's mono red for you. Most of the time people just want to play, they want to win. And if they feel that they're gonna have to try to win, they're not gonna stick around. Just kind of like, I mean, in a format like this, when they do stuff like this, it's really special because you don't get to do that very often. It's build decks like this. But yeah, that was a pretty interesting list. We'll just take a look at it a little closer. I feel like maybe we played too many Tezzerets, and maybe we should go up 1 AO. I think 2 AOs is great, because you can hit any of these 4-drops, and it would be pretty strong. The gift seemed unwanted. I think it would be, if this was a legal format, I don't think I would play that card. And the limousine just didn't seem like it would ever come in useful. But it's not terrible. So the cool thing about the limousine is that you can exile their stuff, but if you really want to, you can exile your hijacker, and then like let's say you activate attack for 5, and then you exile the hijacker. They kill the limousine, or you block with it. Like you could crew it again. I mean, we have plenty of these. The Born to Drives are really good. Patchwork was decent. I mean, this card was like kind of like the bait spell for the Patchwork, but honestly, this was not that impressive. But the Hollow Fountain was pretty neat. I don't know if I'd want to play more than one though. It's just like one of those cards you like in redundancy. It's fine, I guess, but I don't know. This deck is not that good. But overall, I kind of really like this list. I think that if we did have to do it again, I think we'll go up to a 4th Born to Drive. That just gives us plenty of pilots to crew our vehicles and just get there when we can. Maybe Artificer is probably the wrong choice of a card in the deck. We could play the blue pilot, the maybe even a better choice here. Where are you at? You silly vehicle. Okay, yeah, the mobilized mech suit. We could probably play that in the deck. It's just like a 2 of, because we don't have that many. Well, maybe we do. Play 3 mech suits, because then that gives us the ability to play it on turn 2. Play another one, another vehicle on turn 3, and then Born the Drive, and then crew crew a vehicle, or we just go vehicle. I don't know. It's just an interesting card to play in the deck. Maybe we go up one more card. Maybe I definitely want to go down to 1 card. I don't know. The games where Karn would have came in handy just didn't seem very good. This is just another sideboard option. Maybe we just go up to the 4th Tezzeret, because Tezzeret's fine if we had other plays to make with it. And we'll go up like a Protege and then another Fountain, and maybe this would be a fine deck to play. So yeah, that's our list. If you want to copy it, great, do that. And otherwise, hopefully you had fun like I just did. That was really fun. Minus that last game. I mean, that was pretty lame of the red player not to stick around. But that's their prerogative. They got to live their thing. But this is just like one way to just kind of like grind through and just figure out stuff. Just put random cards in a deck and see how that goes. I mean, they're not random to each other, but they're random enough to where it'll feel different for your opponents to play. But overall, I think this is a fun deck. Maybe even Limousine could be the Elspeth in the format, which would be fine. Thought they're, that's this is what this little thing was. Hopefully, let me know if you want to see more of this stuff, because I would love to give you more of this stuff. Anyways, I'm going to go on and do some Twitch streaming here. So if you see me on Twitch, give me a shout out, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. Oh, and please like and subscribe.